Hey everybody, welcome back to SkyLounge. Here to review some Arsenal action as we draw against Sporting Lisbon at home in the Europa League. Fourth match of the Europa League group stages. So, strangely enough, because of Karabakh winning against Volska in the other part of the group stage in the Europa League, Arsenal has automatically qualified to the next stage in the round of 32 knockouts. Hooray. But let's talk about this match. 0-0, but still a lot of fun things we can talk about here, and one concerning issue, obviously, that we are going to be talking about here. So, here's the thing. Throughout the whole match, I thought, at least in the first half, Sporting looked aggressive. They looked like they were probably going to score a goal if they just kept at that pace. But Arsenal was able to counter that back. Arsenal was also able to fend that off early in the first 20 some odd minutes. And here's the thing. And unfortunately, the guy who had the most clear-cut chance to get us a goal early in the first half also got injured. I believe Danny Welbeck had a bit of a knock on his knees or somewhere in that lower body in the right side of the leg, right leg, and we're just hoping that Danny Welbeck, he's all right and he can recover fully, because man, it's a bummer. Just because Danny Welbeck's been phenomenal this season, and for him to just go down with an injury like that, it's just a bummer. And I hope for his career's sake, he just gets better. And the thing is, Arsenal was able to use, kind of have that first half wrapped up in a sense, because I felt like Sporting stepped back a little bit, in terms of their aggression. They stepped back a little bit, but obviously both teams just going back and forth. It was a tug of war in the midfield and a lot of missed shots between both teams. And the injury woes continued in the second half because Lichtsteiner looked like he pulled a muscle, or he landed very awkwardly on his foot. And again, it's just one of these things where if you're an Arsenal fan, you just have to be wondering, like, when the fuck are these injury things? Or like, when is this narrative ever gonna die? It just doesn't. So 0-0 still at the 80th minute, and this is when I thought Arsenal was stepping back. I felt that stretch from the 80th to the 85th minute, there was a lull period where Arsenal really looked like they weren't really going to do much. And I just felt, man, I mean, if we settle for a draw, that's nice and all, but I would love to get a win. And sure enough, the one thing that was a catalyst to have this game, go to acceleration mode was the sending off. Matteo, dude, I fucking can't pronounce names. All right, don't get me on my shit about this. 87th minute, Matteo gets a fucking red card for tackling Aubameyang behind the legs, right? Right before Aubameyang gets inside the penalty box. So he tackles him outside, but clear challenge behind the legs, and it's an automatic red card. Matteo gets sent off. Aubameyang with the free kick just bombs it over. Just shoots that shit way over. But from that point on, it just felt like the midfield and midfield, everybody was just pressing forward. And we were being really aggressive the last 8 or 5 so minutes. But unfortunately, no score. But hey, a clean sheet for Petr Cech behind the net. Rob Holding, the guy here, held it really nice in the back. I really enjoyed the pairing of Emil Smith-Rowe, Guendouzi, and Mkhitaryan in that midfield. Although it didn't fruit any results of goals, at least, it just at least looked nice. I love what Emil Smith-Rowe can bring to the table. Still very young, but very fast, very, very smart on the ball. And even off the ball, he knows where to run. And, obviously I like Mkhitaryan. I felt like Aubameyang, he's kind of going through a bit of a off state right now, and it might be a confidence thing. I don't know, but I think Aubameyang is a bit on the slow end right now, which is unfortunate for him. And hopefully he can bounce back out of it. But as of right now, Arsenal has gone to the draw. Mathematically speaking, I really think, yeah, I mean, we should by all means be in the next stage, no problem. And boys and girls, I just want to remind you, this makes it 15 unbeaten matches. Arsenal has not lost in 15 matches. That's, I mean, there are gonna be doubters, there are gonna be haters that say, oh, it's just Europa League, all that shit. All right, 15 unbeaten, but okay, all right. But hey, Arsenal's unbeaten right now. We're still good. We have technically, I believe, qualified to the next stages of the Europa League. We are going to be back in the Premier League this weekend, and then the international break. So Arsenal has a bit of ways to go before the international break. So let's wrap it up. Hopefully, get that 16 unbeaten streak going and kept alive. Let me know what you guys think. Follow me at the SC.Y and all the links in the description below. Like, comment, subscribe for more daily content. Now, fuck off.